your job is to schedule that party. You got to give them the reason why to do so. And so, and this is something you have to do immediately, because when they're excited, even if they're at the height of their excitement, they're ready to schedule that party, or you want them to schedule that party, they may still resist. So you've got to know what to do on how to move them that one step forward. And I think that one of the things that we talk about the most is give them a reason why to have one. Why should you have a party? Why should your new promoter? I know why. You know that you want them to have a party because you want to be successful, don't you? But it's not about you. It's not about you. See, if you try to find out what they need to do, and you tie that, whatever it is they want, you tie that to why they should schedule a party, they will schedule a party and get it done. We can role play a little bit, and I would spend a little time doing this because it's really, really important. If you guys are not going through this activity with every single new person as a promoter that comes into your business, you're missing out because you're not creating the value, and you're going to lose retention long term. But if you do this properly immediately, you guys are going to see huge success. So Tanis was my new promoter, and you are who? You're me. So the conversations need to start taking place. So it's like, hey Tanis, I know you're excited. It's 9 o'clock. I know you're jacked. We just got you enrolled. We got your video done. We got public. But we got to get your party done. Period. We just got to schedule your party. Is Tuesday or Thursday better for you? Within 4 to 7 business days, or 4 to 7 days, we want to get this thing scheduled. Why do I give an option? Because people like to pick one. If I don't give an option, they may pick none. Does this make sense? It's very simple stuff. Hey, it's Tuesday or Thursday. Those won't work. How about Wednesday or Friday? Does this make sense? Okay.
But I don't know if I want to have a challenge. I don't know if I want to have people to come to my house.
But Tanis, we just talked about how excited you were about this. We just sent a bunch of videos out. Just text a bunch of things out. We're gonna have to promote, right? You want to become a promoter, right?
Yeah.
You really want to promote, right? Well, here's the important thing. To become a promoter, we've got to go out there and we got to let the world know that you're promoting. But we've got to take it personal. We've got to get them to your house. Let me ask you a couple questions. What made you really decide to become a promoter in the first place?
Well, I'm kind of tired of living paycheck to paycheck, so I'd like to make more money.
Okay, I get that. Can you do me a favor, though? Can you tell me what would you do with that money? And I understand that not living paycheck to paycheck, that can be fun, but what would you do with more money?
Well, I have 3 children, and, I would like to be able to give them a better life instead of telling them, every month that we don't have any money, to be able to, do extra activities with them.
Is that important?
Absolutely.
What would you, how important? What would you be willing to do to have that kind of a life?
I guess I'd be willing to have a challenge party.
Oh, really? Okay. Because here's the thing, and I can promise you this. If we go through and do this process right, and I can help you do this, and we have a challenge party, I can almost promise you that we're going to get you one step closer to making sure that you can spend some more time with your kids and doing all the things that you really want to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get this thing done, right? Is there anything else, any other things that you would really, really love to do? I mean, why are you becoming a promoter? And it's just a really big deal?
Well, I really would like to travel the world. There's so many places in this huge world that I haven't seen yet that I would love to be able to, go to France and Italy. And
What's your most favorite? One place, if you could pick one place.
Greece. I want to go
All right, Greece. That's like, and is it really important? Is it like one of those places you have to see before you go, or what? I mean, how's it
Before I die.
Before you die. That's on your list. You got to have that happen.
Yeah.
And it's really that important. Are you sure?
Yes.
It's like, do or die, it's gonna make it happen.
I have to make that happen.
How long would you go for?
How long what?
Yeah, how long would you go?
Oh, gosh. I'd go probably for a month if I could.
Really? Okay. How many would you take with you?
I would take my husband and my children, and maybe I'll have some grandchildren by then.
Nice. When do you want to go?
Within the next 2 years.
Really? Okay. You sure that's super important? That's one of the things you're not just joshing me, right?
No, I'm not joshing you.
Okay. Let me tell you something. If we do this party, and we schedule this party, and we go crazy with this, I can almost promise you we're going to get one step closer to making that happen. Would that be worth it to you?
Okay, what do I got to do?
Okay.
What do I got to do?
We're going to schedule that party then, right?
Yes, okay.
You guys get me? Guys, if you don't have these conversations, they may not be willing to do the simple things it's going to take them to have success with you. Okay, so make sure you take note on these kind of things, because it is so important. Because you don't want to necessarily always tie it to money. Because if I stopped and she said, well, I just don't like living paycheck to paycheck, well, you just need to make more money. She can go get another job. If this doesn't work out, she can get another job and make more money. It's not about the hard cash. It's not about the dollars. It's about what the money will provide for you. So you have to build value in everything that you want someone to take action to do. Always, the way I look at it is, always attach the most important thing in that person's life that they got to have. And if I attach it to the action item of building this business, promoting the challenge, helping people lose 10 pounds, and that is the key activity that's going to get this done for them, they will never say no. Make sense, everybody? All right.
I don't think it made sense to anybody. I didn't even hear anybody say.
Now, not saying that everyone is going to be like Tanis and everyone's going to be forthright and everyone's going to come out and tell you exactly everything they've always wanted in their entire lives. So you may have some people that just flat out resist, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they do, I mean, what are we going to do if they resist?
Well, I guess the options out there are, what you want to do is to just find a friend for them. Help them have one success. So you could just ask them, well, who could we talk to right now? Who do you know who? Who do you know who has 10 pounds to lose? I'll call them with you. I'll help you. Try to find somebody on their team so that you can help them have success immediately. That's only if they absolutely flat out refuse to not have a challenge party for, oh, I've got time 3 months from now. Well, that's not going to work. You want to help them have success immediately.
Yeah, go right around and say, listen, well, you work during the day, right? Do you have lunch break? Sure. I tell you what, how about if you invite a couple people to lunch? We'll go to lunch. We'll talk to them. So do whatever you can to make it work. Obviously, having a challenge party is our system, and that's what absolutely works. But you know what? If I have to meet with somebody in the morning before they go to work, or I have to meet them at the gym, or I have to do this or do that, I'm going to do whatever it takes. Does this make sense? So there's plenty of opportunities to make this thing happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is, as promoters of the Body Bye Bye Challenge, it's really our responsibility. It's really our job to, when we enroll somebody else into our business as a promoter, as a customer, we have a responsibility. Would you agree? We have a responsibility to help those people. I've seen it over and over again where somebody enrolls somebody and they think that their job is done. Their job is absolutely done. Now this is what you got to do. You got to go through the getting started training, and then you got to have a challenge party, and I'll come over there and help you what day you're going to have it. And then that promoter leaves that new person on their own to get slaughtered out there because they're afraid to, even take the first step. So it's our responsibility, our role to help our new people have the success. And what other responsibilities do we have?
Well, it's our role to make sure, obviously, that it's booked, right? So we got to book it. We've got to get it set up for them. I mean, they're brand new. Here's what you can't do. You can't just say, oh, I'm so excited. I've got a promoter. Thank God. And I made sure they went and watched the Getting Started training and then hope magic happens. How many people have done that? Mm-hmm. I know.
Rest or line.
So, yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. Because then you just hope that everything's going to go well. And that's going to be a very, very difficult lesson learned. So you got to make sure that you set it up for them. You've got to make sure that you fill the room for them. You got to make sure that their party is full. You've got to make sure that you close it for them. You got to take 100% total responsibility for that brand new promoter. And if obviously we're going through the process, and our goal is to get it done in how many days? 7 days. Well, what happens if they don't get to Rising Star in the first 7 days? Well, you click restart, man. It's like if it's for the first week of the month, there's 4 weeks in the month. We got 4 tries, but you have to take responsibility of that and run them for that 7 days. And if they don't get it done in that 7 days, well, just like we heard earlier today, then we can run them again. So and it could be, well, how many challenge parties? Can you only run one challenge party? No, you can run as many as you want.
As many as you want, and you should probably run at least one a week for yourself, or help your new person have one a week until they get it done.
Yeah, just knock it out and get it done. And I think the easiest way to knock this thing out and get it done is making sure that we fill this thing up right. But to get it set up properly, I want to make sure that you make sure that you are sending your new person, or you're sitting down with them and watching party.vi.com. I want you to write that down, party.vi.com. Party.vi.com. Do you want to have the perfect party? we've already set up a video for you that teaches you how to host a perfect party. If you don't take your new person there, you're leaving it to chance whether you're going to have a perfect party or not. Does this make sense to everybody? So where are you going to go? Say it again. .com. I get it. So, what does that take us to the next step? It takes us to the most important thing you can possibly do.
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely the most important. So we got your step 1, which is to shoot your video, right? Step 2, we're going to go public with the video. Step 3, we're going to help that new promoter book their challenge party. And now we've got all of these Rockstar challenges. We've got all of these texts that we sent out. We went public with our video. So what do we need to do now? We need to follow up and invite these people. This is, like Mike just said, it's the most important step. If you're just sending out a bunch of texts, that text is not a recruiting tool. That text is like an icebreaker. It makes it easier to give you a reason to pick up the phone and to talk to people. But I've seen it so many times where people send out their texts and then that's it. They hope that, you know, that the gods just send these people to them automatically and people join their... It happens. It does happen. But don't count on that. It's not intended for that purpose. So what we need to do is make sure we're following up and inviting people.
And what this really is, guys, is it's the reason. You know, sometimes, you know, if you just call somebody cold out of the blue for no reason at all, it makes it very uncomfortable. Now you don't have to do that. You're not calling out of the blue, and you're not calling for no reason. You actually have a reason why you're picking up the phone and calling. So, you know, this, and if you guys want to go big, does everybody want to go big? You must pick up the phone and call them. And what is the reason? The reason is real simple. Here it is. The reason I'm calling you is to find out if you got my text. Did you get my video? Did you say... If that's the reason. That's the whole point. So you have a reason to pick up the phone and call. Now here's what I recommend you guys do. You guys make sure that it's your job to make sure that you're filling the party. It's your job. If someone wants to go more, and this is what I usually ask too, at the end of the getting started training, I say, listen, do you want to go slow or do you want to go fast? Meaning, do you want to have little success or do you want to have massive success? And most of the people say, oh, I want to have massive success. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Instead of just doing this 25 like you guys talked about a little earlier going public, we can go Rockstar Challenger like everyone walked over here, and then the success is going to start to come. But the reason why we're going Rockstar Challenger so fast, and I like to see Rockstar Challenge get knocked out in the first 24 to 48 hours of them enrolling, because it helps us fill their party. The more people that you're throwing out, it's like throwing a big net. Is all that really is, throwing a big net and exposing as many people as you can. You know what's funny? What that's called is promoting. That's what it's called. It's promoting. Then you promote big to a lot of people, so those people get interested. It's like breaking the ice, right? Get interested to invite, to follow up and invite. So it gives you people to talk to now. But you can't skip the piece. Now, the one thing that Nick had referenced earlier that was so important, and this is your role. Whose role?
Mine.
Your role is to make sure, if at all possible, anything you can do, be in those videos. Like you saw Freddie and Rachel go over, be in the video. Because, like Nick said, if you're deathly scared of picking up the phone and calling these people after you've sent a text, or if you went on Facebook, or whatever you've done, now you can take the responsibility, and you can take ownership, and you can jump in and help that brand new person that's scared to death to pick up the phone. And now it makes it easy because now you guys have a relationship. You're in the video. They've already seen your face. See, the people that we're following up with have already seen the video. If they haven't seen the video, well, then we tell them to go see the video again. You want to hear what that sounds like? Anybody want to hear what that sounds like? You are who? Your role is my role in this situation. Okay. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to say, okay. Tanis.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
Did you get my text?
I didn't.
You didn't get my text?
If I did, I overlooked it.
Hey, no worries. Tell you what, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna text this to you. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Thanks. That's what it sounds like. If they say no, I didn't get my text. It's really that simple.
Or if I say yes.
If you say yes,
yeah.
You say you got it.
I did.
Oh my God, this is amazing. You tell you what. You saw my. You remember that crazy guy Mike was in my video? He just challenged me to lose 10 pounds. There's no way I'm doing this by myself. So I'm challenging you now. It's my job now is to challenge you to lose 10 pounds to help a kid in need that couldn't help themselves. I'm having some friends coming over on Thursday night. Would love you to come by. You want to come over?
Sure.
Is that normal?
It's normal.
Is that too weird? Did it just get weird? No, this is easy, guys. It should be something natural and something normal that you can do. Is it weird to have relationships with people and have them come over from time to time? Well, then why should this be any weird? So it's not. Well, here's the good thing. If Tanis and I are together, this is what I really recommend you guys do. You want the real magic? You sure? You got some new promoters on board, right? You sit with them. You get when they're excited. You get with them. They've already sent their text out. They've got the information out. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to get together. And you don't have to be one person. Tanis is a brand new promoter. It doesn't have to be one person. What if we put, I heard somebody come and said I put 10 promoters in. 10 promoters. Well, great. I'm going to invite those 10 promoters. Granted, they live in the same city. I'm going to invite them all into my house, in my living room. And we're going to go Rockstar Challenger together. And we're just going to knock it out. What if you could take 10 people Rockstar Challenger in an hour and a half to 2 hours? Would you be interested in that? Then do it. Invite them to your house. You have to force the habit of making people do the things they want to do. We're not asking people to do things that are difficult. This is easy stuff. All we're saying is be present, be with them, so when they go through the process, you're going to be there to help and support them. Can you do this for your new promoters? So, it can be as easy as this. If we're going to role play a little bit, and Tanis is my new promoter, and she sent out 100 texts, 50 texts, whatever, and got the videos out there, and we're together, we're in the living room, and we're doing our stuff, getting texts out, and having some fun, and something happens. She sends a text out, and guess what? Somebody texts back.
Yeah, they text back. What do I do? What do I do? They text back. They want to know what I'm talking about.
Has this ever happened to anybody? You send the text out, and you're like, and something goes bzzz, and it was like, oh God.
What do I do? What do I do?
I didn't expect that to happen. What in the world am I going to do now? Right? It doesn't mean... It's a range of things can happen at this point. Somebody texts you back, it doesn't mean like, oh God, I better call Nick Sarnicola and get him on the phone right now because somebody texts me back. That's not what that means. These are your friends. It could be something as simple as, and you sent the video out, it could be something like, the text comes back, wow, what is that? Wow, how are you going to lose 10 pounds? That's interesting. I mean, it could be a multitude of texts. You can say, yeah, I'm jacked up excited. I just got challenged by you saw that crazy guy with the funny hair and that guy Mike in the video and had some fun. We're having some folks coming over to challenge some folks at my house on Thursday night. You should come by. It can be a simple text. That's all people do is text now for it. Right? It can be a phone call. What if you're not getting as many responses back on the text? You send out 150 texts and you only get maybe 1 or 2 people texting back. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe it's time to follow up. So we follow up. And then, so we talked about somebody that didn't see the video, and we told them to go watch the video, and we call them back. Well, what about if we call somebody and they have seen it, right? And let's say Tanis is about scared to death and know what she's going to do and know what she's going to say. So Tanis is going to call.
And I'm just going to say something like, I am so excited about this, you got to hear about it. And I'll give the phone to Mike.
So she's on the phone. So somebody says, yeah, I saw the video, right? Yeah. So the person on the other line says, yeah, Tanis, I saw the video. And you say, I'm so jacked up and excited about this. Hold on a second. And she gives the phone to me because I'm here with her. Now, can you do this if you're not here with your new promoter? No, you can't do that. You got to be with them, right? Or you got to be on a phone call. But you got to be present. So it's real simple. She can hand the phone to me and say, hey, Joe, you don't know me, but I'm that crazy guy in the video. I'm Tanis' best buddy. So we're friends now, right? I'm Tanis' best buddy. Yeah, I challenged her to lose 10 pounds. And now she said, I'm not doing this by myself. I'm challenging you to do it with me. Hey, man, we're going to be getting together over our house on Thursday night. We'd love to see you. Come on by. Bring some friends. I mean, it doesn't have to be that difficult, but I tell you, it can be so much easier if you're there. And guess what it just did for Tanis? What it did for her is her confidence went through the roof and go, oh my gosh, that was easy.
Yeah, absolutely. With all these Rockstar Challengers that have sent out 150 plus texts, we have a whole lot of follow-up to do, right? A whole lot of follow-up to do. And, maybe the people that not everybody's going to be in your town, so what do you do with them? You can send them to overview.buy.com and then do a 3-way call. We got these sample packs now with a fantastic deal. Make sure you get those so you can send out some samples to people that maybe can't come to a local challenge party. There's all kinds of events happening that we can get people to on events.buy.com. So what we want to make sure is this is the most important step of the getting started training, especially for all of you people that, well, for everybody, go Rockstar Challenger if you haven't already done it, because you're never going to run out of people. And everybody's got at least 150 names in their phone that they can get out there.
You want to go to Ambassador really fast? Here's what you got to do. You go Rockstar if you're not Rockstar right now, and every single person that comes to your organization, if they want to go fast, you make sure that you take them to Rockstar. If that's all you did, you'll go Ambassador. That's it. Everything else will fall right in line. Who's going to be the next one to go Rockstar? So what happens if you're rocking this thing out? Because obviously we go back to your responsibilities, what your roles are. It's your job to schedule it, right? It's your job to schedule that party. It's your job. What does your calendar look like? If you have no parties booked, guess what? You're not in business. So schedule those parties. It's your job to set it up with that person. Going to party.vi.com. It's your job to fill it by sitting with them, making sure that the follow-up calls are being made, making sure that the invites that's happening. It's your job to close the event. It's your job to close that party. You can't leave it to the new promoter to close their party. So what are we going to do?
Well, we're going to make sure we ask the question, right? It's our job to do that. Are you a 1, a 2, or a 3? Simple as that. Don't forget that part. Don't be afraid to ask that for that. If somebody wants to be a customer, great, let them be a customer. But you need to be able to close it at the end of the party. If you don't do that, I've seen wishy-washy people that are afraid to just ask the question. You got to get out of your comfort zone, because once you do it once, it gets easier. Will you do this? Are you a 1, 2, or 3, and then hand them the paperwork?
So we can knock this out, guys. It's very, very important that you force the habit of making this happen. If you don't force it, no one will. They'll walk out the door, they won't enroll, they won't do anything. It's your job to make sure that the process is being completed at the end. You're a 1, 2, or 3. The forms are being done. You give them the right options. Listen, how many people in the room right now are wanting to lose weight? Great, then you're in a weight loss category. So pick out of the three kits on weight loss, which one is you? Wonderful. There you're in. Congratulations, everybody. Welcome them to the challenge. Do this in public. You can do that. Help it. And the same thing for promoters. Great. You're a number 3. You want to challenge others? Great. Here's how you get started. Fill this out right here. Hey, congratulations, everybody. Brand new promoter. So here's the next step. Here's what you got to be able to do. It's your job to make sure that you tell everyone what the next step is. They're looking for you to tell them. They have no idea. And the next step is you've got to get registered for the next event. Period. You've seen a little bit of something right here, and this is exciting, and I know you're excited, but your excitement level is only going to last so far. You've got to get to the next event. You remember, Tanis, what was the most important thing of your life? You needed to spend more time with your kids. You needed to go to Greece. There's no way that's going to happen unless we get you to the next event. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, yeah, it does. It's kind of far away, though. It's like a 5-hour drive.
Oh, I don't know. Where is the next event? I don't know. Is it? Is it Houston? We got regional success trainings coming up. That's the next event's coming up, right? So here's what I want to know is where are you going? Where's the next regional for you? Where's the next regional for you? Is it Atlanta? Is it Austin? Is it Chicago? Is it Denver? Is it Kansas City? And here's the thing. Great. And this is what it's going to take for you to take this thing to the next level. If you want to help your kids go to Greece, this is not a negotiation. We've got to go. So let's go ahead and let's get registered.
Who's already registered?
Let's go ahead and let me see your phones. So let's go ahead and get registered. Guys, if you are saying you're sitting in the seats and your job is my role, and you want to build your business, and you want to lead by example, and you want to go Rockstar, and you want to go Ambassador and beyond, get your phones out. Because you can't ask people to go do something you're not willing to go do yourself. So have you registered for the regional success training? If you have not done this, do it now. This is the best part about this. It takes like 1 click to find your event and click. It's right on your mobile app. So guys, are you getting jacked up about regional success training? So the next step after that is The next event is...
Vitality.
Who's going to Vitality?
Whoa.
Vitality. Who's going to be a VIP, a Vitality VIP? Anybody? That's it? Who's going to be, I want you to stand up if you're going to be a Vitality VIP. Stand up for me if you were going to go Vitality VIP. Everyone that's not standing up, I want you to grab somebody